Okay, ladies, so I just got done with my HSG test. I'm sitting in the truck right now because we are at Jarrett's dentist appointment. And I thought I would make this video while he was in there getting his cleaning and let you know how the procedure went. Initially, I was going to try to record, but unfortunately my husband was not allowed to be in the room while they are performing the HSG test because they take x-rays, and when you take x-rays you have to be covered in the suit to protect you, so only the doctor and a medical assistant is allowed to be in the room. So I woke up this morning, took my second round of antibiotics, and also took 2 ibuprofen, which was directed by my doctor. And then my appointment was at 9:30 this morning. Went in and I had to give a urine sample, and the girl goes, "Okay, have you ever taken a wipe and clean?" And I'm like, what is that? I've never heard of that kind of urine sample. And pretty much you have to wipe yourself, pee a little bit, wipe yourself, and then pee into the cup, which I've never had to do that before. Usually urine samples, you just pee in the cup, and I didn't know about this kind. So that was a first for me. And then right after that, more blood work, girls. Right here, and it's really tender because it's in the same spot that I got my blood panel done. So they took 2 vials of blood for me today. So my arm is really tender. And then I went back into the room where the HSG is performed. It was really nice, very high-tech equipment. And of course I had signed some release forms and things, and then the doctor came in. And when she came in the room, she was beaming with a huge smile and said, "I have good news." And I was like, "What's the good news?" And she said, "I got your husband's semen analysis back." And she put an A on Jarrett's semen analysis. She goes, "I don't give many A's, but your husband got an A." And she goes, "He looks fantastic. He's even high, he scores even higher than what the normal is." And I was just so happy to hear that. It was like a relief off of my shoulders and Jarrett's. He wasn't in the room when she gave me the paper, but I've been praying and praying that everything came back with him with flying colors, and it did. So I was just so happy. It gave me such an endorphins, like happy endorphins were released. So I was like, let's go with the procedure with the HSG. Let's just do it. And so, of course, if you haven't had one before, you have to lay down on the table and your legs go up in the stirrups just like a regular pap smear. And that's when they start to put the catheter in you, and then they have to inject the blue dye. And as they were doing that, you feel so much pressure and cramping. Oh, and I was just gripping onto the pillow that I was laying on. And I would say that feeling probably lasted, I want to say, a minute or 2. And then she looked at my tubes, and they are clear, they're open. My cervix looks perfect and healthy. So I felt like we both scored A+ today. And after my procedure was done, she took us into her office and began to tell Jarrett what he got on his test. And of course Jarrett was a happy camper, and she said, "You should frame it." I said I would put it on our refrigerator. And she said, then she began to let Jarrett know about the procedure that I'm having tomorrow, and educate him, and also tell me what's going to be going on. And she said the procedure is going to last a half an hour. It takes longer for me to get prepped and all that stuff than the actual procedure. And then she told me that once that's done, I come back for my pre-op appointment, which is May 21st, and they will go over my blood panel that I had done on day cycle 2 and 3. they will go over my polyp procedure done. They do send the polyps off to a lab just as precaution. They always do. So they will go over all those things with us on the 21st, and then it will be baby making time, ladies. So she is so eager and excited, just as we are, to get the ball rolling, and she said she's so proud of us on how much we've done so far and how all the test results are coming back 100% positive and great, and I'm so excited. I left the office today like if I had won the lottery. And we did, actually. We have won the lottery. Just having these 2 test results done and behind us, and we got A's on them, is fantastic. So I know that this surgery tomorrow, of course I was nervous and thinking about it, but it makes me even more like, let's go, and more gung-ho about it, because I've gotten these 2 tests back and done, and they were good. So it just makes me feel even more positive that we are moving in the right direction. And I just love my doctor. I cannot say enough good things about her. She is amazing and wonderful. Also in this appointment, she explained how to prevent polyps from coming back, which I didn't know I could prevent them, and I did tell her that. I told her I was never educated about preventing polyps. I thought it was something that I couldn't prevent, that it was out of my hands, and I told her that my OB never explained this to me, that I could prevent polyps. And she said, well, unfortunately, she hears that a lot, and she said it's because doctors are so concerned to go on to their next patient. They don't take the time to really explain how things can be prevented or what they should do. But she makes it her life mission to educate women about these things and save lives, because polyps down the road, as I get into my older years, could cause a number of things to cause cervical cancer. And you know, whatever you can do now to prevent those things, you want to do, and you want to be active about it. So she said, after I have my baby, we will take the proper steps on how to prevent those polyps from coming back. And I just gave her a hug, and I told her thank you for being so one-on-one with us. And I can get kind of choked up about it because I'm just happy. I'm just so excited and happy, ladies, that, you know, we're getting answers, and it feels so good to be on a journey where you know that a miracle is going to happen, and this doctor in front of me is going to make our miracle happen. And you just have so much emotions inside, and I'm just so happy. As you can tell, I'm kind of a loss for words because I'm just so excited on how this appointment went. And I know tomorrow everything will be okay. And everything will go good. And then we can start the process of having a baby. And I just want to say thank you for all your prayers that everyone has given me. And thank you, God, for listening and being there for us. Lord, thank you. So guys, I will definitely make a video tomorrow and let you know how I'm feeling and how my procedure went and all that good stuff. But until then, I hope everyone has a beautiful day, and God bless, and we will see you soon. Bye guys.